Hey, what's up, everyone? This is Silver Slayer. Thanks for tuning in. Welcome. When I say welcome, I truly mean it. I welcome all walks of life, from hardcore silver stackers all the way to people that have never invested a single dollar in their entire life. Because if you're watching this video right now, that means at least you're curious enough. At least you're open-minded enough to invest into your future, which I will always heavily respect. So with that said, smash that like button, subscribe. You definitely need to. Let's jump into the video. Now, you guys know I post daily videos every single day, giving you guys the newest, latest, critical information that you need to know. I'm never going to talk about something. I'm never going to tell you something you do not need to know. I only highlight the important points in the precious metals world. Yesterday, though, I didn't make a video. I didn't post a video. Let me rephrase myself. I made a video, but I didn't post a video. I usually make 2 videos a day, 3 videos sometimes, if my daughter is asleep at an early enough time, right? I'm a single father. But yesterday, I only made 1 video, and that's because it was a very, very important video, a very special video. I have not released it yet. It's still in my unlisted or my private video list, and I might be releasing it today. It's definitely something you're going to want to watch, though. It's a different type of video. It's much bigger than my usual type of videos. I spent all day working on it. So when I do drop that video, please go give it some love and definitely tune in. But this video is talking about explosive silver prices. Why silver, actually 5 reasons why silver is gaining value. An article from the Wall Street Journal, or the Streetwise Journal, sorry. It's interesting to see these types of sources talk about precious metals, because you see that cryptocurrency market movers, a lot of stock market type stuff, but it's cool when you see companies talk about silver and gold as well. I think more people are starting to get on board the silver train, the gold train, and the Bitcoin train, since Bitcoin's approaching $20,000 already, and precious metals are also looking very bullish in the future. People are starting to, the stars are starting to align. Right, the perfect storm is here. The people are connecting the dots, and they see what we've seen this whole time. Right, it just took them a global pandemic, a crazy presidential election, and crazy. It took them all that. We knew about this way before they did, but still, time is pointless. Time is relevant. At least they are now. Now we're talking about different reasons. We're gonna break down all these reasons and talk about them. Links in the description. Let's jump into it. So, diminishing supply of silver. Now, definitely one of the biggest reasons, and I'm glad they brought this up, because this is looking forwards. I hate when mainstream media, I hate when these sources that post these articles talk about the price right now. You got to look forwards. That's what you got to be focused on. That's where the price is headed, right? That's where the investing point of investing comes into. You're investing into the future. So if you're not looking at the future, are you really investing? You're just gambling at that point, right? So at the beginning of the 20th century, there was approximately 12 billion ounces of silver globally, which dropped to 2.2 billion ounces in 1990. By 2007, 300 million ounces of refined silver remained. Now, why is that, Silver Slayer? Where does all this silver go? I'll tell you. It goes into junkyards, ladies and gentlemen. Silver is lost in technology. Gold isn't. If this 12 billion ounces, if this was in gold, it would probably be around 11 billion ounces in today's time. You want to know why? Because gold is recycled, remelted, rescrapped, reused. Silver's not. Think about it. It's logical. Nobody's going to take a couple hours out of their day to scrap some silver out of a laptop if you're only going to get $2.50 from it. Someone would, though, spend a couple hours a day, scrap gold out of a laptop, and make, 30, 40, 50 bucks, right? Nobody's going through their grandma's jewelry drawer trying to pawn a $2.50 silver necklace, but they probably would if it's a $500, 24 karat gold ring, right? It makes more sense that gold is recycled because it's profitable to do so. Silver isn't. Silver's thrown away in laptops and all the, and plus gold is used more for jewelry, more for necklaces, coins, bars. So of course it's going to be remelted or reused. Silver is used a lot more in technology, and no one wants to scrap it out because it's not profitable to do so. So you can obviously see why a lot of silver is lost. So there's a diminishing supply. And not only that, you have to add on the diminishing production of people not even wanting to dig it out. So not only are people not digging it out of the ground, it's also getting lost when it is in the circulation. So there's no recirculating supply. So holy crap, that's bad. Not even talking about the rising demand, but just looking at that is pretty bad. 95% of silver got used in the medical field, technology, photography, electronic, and defense industries globally. There is very little silver circulating in the global market. Prices are going to keep going up. That they see. Funniest thing about this stuff is what I just said, all the different points and stuff I made, right? That's all they say about it. How I just talked about the numbers, what's happening, why it's affecting that way. I just went into like a 4-minute spiel upon the rapidly vanishing supply and why it's diminishing, and they just say this little statement. You can see why it's important to be subscribed to at least channels like mine that give some backstory, some context, because these articles will just say a line and not explain why or what they mean by it. And that's pretty dangerous. You got to know your stuff, ladies and gentlemen, right? So 15 years extending back from 2007, the silver mine has not been able to keep up with demand. The government stockpiles and inventories have been dealing with some of the needs preventing rising prices on the commodity. So supply and demand is the most influential thing in any investment. Low supply, high demand shoots the price up, right? So keep that in mind when we move forwards. Silver sales are going down around the world, places like India, Russia, China. Because of the inelasticity of the nature of the provision of silver, it does not follow that when the prices of the metal rise, then supply will increase. A lot of silver mined comes from base metals. That means by accident. That means, yes, you're right, by accident. That means when miners are looking for gold, lead, zinc, copper, they're looking for those. They're not looking for silver. But if they find some silver while they're digging up some gold, they'll take it, they'll keep it, but they're not looking for it. Mines for pure silver are few, right? There's very few pure silver mines. Most silver is found by accident. So because of the furnishing of silver is rigid, once the price of silver starts rising, there'll be no sudden expectation of a surge in the precious metals quantity. And that means the price is probably going to explode in a inelastic provision and demand, regardless of the price, and that is rare in any economy. And that's what I'm kind of talking about. Universally, this only makes sense, right? There's no way that a low supply with a high demand, a drastically rising demand over the next 5 years, which we'll talk about a little later, is going to keep the prices low. There's no way. There's no possible way. Silver was useful in international trade and could be making a comeback. Silver was the main thing used during the trade for centuries. In North Africa and the Middle East, silver got used while conducting business in the 19th century. Arab merchants used a specific form of silver trading coin called the Maria Theresa dollar, dominant in the Habsburg Empire, which was in Austria-Hungary. In a German dollar is a dollar. Western countries had dollars of silver for trading, blah, blah, blah. I'm not going to give you guys a history lesson. I like to talk about the main points, right? We don't really need to know what happened 500 years ago, whatever. So, in the USA, silver slowly being brought back as legal tender. It is a requirement to be complied with their constitution. A few states have already made it legal, and people can use it in place of money during transactions. This move will see owners of precious metals, gold and silver, not getting taxed when appreciation occurs. Currencies do not get taxed, which is an interesting point. I actually might dig more into that, to that point, and maybe make a full video on it. Let me know what you guys think about that. Do you guys want me to dig into the not only just what few states and all that, but what that could do for the precious metals, for the market, and also what that could do moving forwards in a monetary system? I might make a video about that. Silver prices are rising globally because of the expanding solar energy industry. I mean, we have Joe Biden winning, so there's the green energy revolution with solar panels. Silver is used in photovoltaic cells, which is in solar panels. So No, I'm probably just highlighting a lot what they're talking about. The solar panels. They're talking about the solar plant that was 100 of the pipeline for Asia. Silver gets into high demand for making solar panels, Tesla, electric vehicles, 5G towers, all that type of stuff. So there's going to be a lot of silver that's needed. Plus, not only that, individual investors like you and I that want to slice of the silver pie is also going to be buying it. So from all angles, every walk of life, people are going to be trying to get their hands on silver, but there's not much silver to go around. So generally, whenever the nations see a war situation coming, prices associated with precious metals go up. At such times, many invest into silver and gold, right? When people don't trust governments, don't trust banks, they invest into gold and silver. I mean, it's called a safe haven asset, right? That makes silver a sell currently. The rising silver prices within a year are attracting many buyers to the precious metals. So in recent years, various countries have had threatened to go to war with another due to the conflict of interest. The USA has been blaming China for this pandemic-related issue. And, there's China's accusing USA of racism directly associated with the pandemic. I mean, it just goes on and on. So investing in silver is all about preserving wealth. And I love that they say that. It's a preservation of wealth. I mean, there's obviously different uses, different reasons. Everyone has different financial situations, different stacking strategies, different reasons why they're stacking, different goals, different timelines of selling, right? There's a lot of different reasons. But one thing is, it is very important to understand. The dollar is decreasing. It's lost 98% of its purchasing power and is getting worse, especially when we throw trillions of dollars in stimulus into the economy. It's going to collapse the dollar. If it doesn't collapse the dollar, it's going to drain the dollar so low that something's going to need to change sooner than later. This was going to happen within the next 15, 20 years, but this pandemic is making it happen a lot sooner. So yes, the dollar is going to be collapsing soon. Precious metals is the only way to store your money. If you have $5,000 in US dollars right now, in 3-4 years from now, that $5,000 might have the purchasing power of maybe $1,000 today. So what you do is you transfer that $5,000 into gold and silver. So then in 3-4 years from now, instead of having just $1,000 of purchasing power, you can have your full $5,000 plus the coins value, appreciate themselves. So besides it has liquidity is about how effortlessly and quickly an asset is sold without having any impact on its price. It's very liquid. I mean, there's so many different reasons why precious metals make sense. Here are a few, right? I can name probably at least 30 more reasons. I mean, if you watch any of my videos, every single day I make vital content to watch, to tune into as an investor, especially as an investor. Every day I will give you guys the newest, latest information. What's happening to the markets, how it's affecting the price, how the prices are being affected due to that situation, and also, more importantly, what you should do about it. Every day, 2-3 videos a day. If you're tuned in, you will always get what you need to know. It's just a quick stop. Instead of having to read all these articles, instead of having to try to search for all this stuff, and I'll do it for you. Just click subscribe, click the bell. So you'll get notified. If you have notifications turned on every video I post, you'll instantly get notified on what's happening to the precious metals market today. And I'll tell you the most important stuff. So if you are subscribed and have the bell turned on, literally, every day you'll get a quick notification, a quick summary, 5-10 minute video explaining what you need to know. I mean, that's very convenient. I'm not telling you guys to subscribe for my reasons. I don't care. I don't care about subscribers anymore. I've been making videos for 4 years on here. Yip-de-doo, I have 34,000 subscribers. I don't care. That's not the point. I want you guys to subscribe for the sake of you, because you need to know this stuff. There's so much stuff happening. You cannot be blindly investing and expect to be successful. It's not realistic. You got to know this stuff. I'm telling this because I care about everyone. I like helping people. I want people to be successful. I don't want people to get burned, go down with the dollar. I don't want that. If I can help people invest and save their future financially, then that's a win in my book. So anyways, on that note, I'm going to wrap this video up. I got a lot more work to do. I have a lot of exciting stuff coming. I hope you're going to tune in and be here to enjoy and experience it with me. Thanks for tuning in. This was Silver Slayer. I'll see you guys soon. Peace.